What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a video of topics with Becky. Also, guys, I just want to let you know I'm thankful to all my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It is a pleasure, a blessing, and an honor being here, giving you guys these messages and praying that they do fall upon your heart in such a way that reminds you to use your intuition, your discernment, to take back your power and to go live your best journey in this now moment, guys. All right. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with a topic. I feel like this is something that most people have an idea about on the journey. But before we get there, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And this is actually based on a quote that I have read, and no, it's not the Bible, but it's from the Bible, so it's not really a religious video. This is just advice, okay? But why I'm backing it up with this, you shall see. Let me read this. It says, "And I applied my mind to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is but a striving after the wind. For in much wisdom is much vexation." Beautiful word. "And he who increases knowledge increases sorrow." Ecclesiastes 1. Well, I'm not sure if that's 1 or not. I think it is 1. Verse 17 through 18. It's I. And I'm not sure what I is, but it kind of looks like 1. And so they're doing everything in lowercase. So again, it's from a different book. Anyways, it's Ecclesiastes. Okay. If you guys are wondering where it's at. Anyways, what really got to me out of this? I applied my mind to know wisdom. You seek, and therefore you shall find, for that which you seek is also seeking you. Right? We're always trying to learn new knowledge. We're always trying to be a better person. Especially if you guys are on this spiritual journey, you're always trying to learn as much as you can and to grow and to expand. And this is such a beautiful quote saying that it is a good thing to use your mind. Knowledge is power, but knowledge is only power when that knowledge is applied. To know what madness and folly is, right? Let's go over this real quick. To know what madness and folly is, we've all experienced it. Drama and craziness, just things that we're like, whoa, I would never do that. Why is someone else doing that, right? This is just to understand, to know that it's like you don't know what's going on in that person's mind. The only thing that you can truly accept on this journey is that it is, right? I perceive that this also is but a striving after the wind. Can you hold wind? No. Can you put it somewhere? I mean, you could probably put it into a building somewhere, but after it finishes blowing and you close the door, it cuts off the supply. That's the thing. It's like there's no way for us to step into another person's mindset. There's no way for us to step into another person's being to understand why they do the things that they do. However, as our own journeyers, we can understand why we do the things that we do, and that in turn can affect the way that we show up to any one given situation. So an example here would be, a narcissist, and narcissists by nature like to create chaos. That's kind of like the MO of the narcissist, okay? It's not a bad thing. I'm not here to bash on narcissists, so please, guys, let's not, okay? We all get it. It's cool. The thing is that they've been put here to teach us, right? To grasp onto why they do the things that they do, and vice versa, to try to be revengeful towards them that hurt you. You get into this place of seeing, it's like you tried to step into the building to let the wind in, but as soon as you close the door to try and turn around and figure it out, the wind stops blowing. There's no capturing it. You cannot capture the wind. There is no holding on to it. You're not going to understand or ever find out why a narcissist does what a narcissist does, because 9 times out of 10 with the trauma bonding, basically you guys have experienced similar traumas, and that's where the trauma bonding comes from, right? So as you guys are trauma bonding, what you're not realizing is that you're mirroring each other, and that's the healing process, is that mirror. And so you wouldn't understand it from their perspective because you experienced it with your perspective over here. And the way that you have perceived the world now is different than the way that they perceive the world. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're not them. You don't see it through their eyes. All you know is that I wouldn't treat people like that, or I wouldn't do that. It is to strive for the wind. And it's interesting because reading tarot, we understand that the sword suit is connected with the element air, which therefore is connected with wind. The activation of our intelligence comes from this, right? So when you're focusing on the mindset, right, the psychology aspect of it, yes, we can understand it from an outside of the box perspective, an outside of the box situation. But really, in honesty, the only thing that we can do is accept it as it is, unless we get an explanation from somebody that's been in that situation, right? So when I do the narcissist series, yes, I'm explaining things that the narcissist may be doing to you that happened to me. Ultimately, though, my goal is to remind you, the victim in the situation, that you have the power, right? Because that's the goal, is to make us feel hopeless. So the only way to disempower that is to become empowered ourselves. That's why I bring this up. Stop grasping at the wind to try and understand why they don't love you. Stop grasping at the wind to understand why they don't treat you with respect. Stop grasping at the wind to see why they don't do this, why they don't do that. None of that matters. Can you just instead embrace the fact that that's how they are? But that doesn't mean that you have to keep them in your life. That doesn't mean that you have to have them around all the time. See? So, for in much wisdom is much vexation. The more you know, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you struggle and have challenges presented to you to overcome beliefs and patterns that have held you back. See, it's a challenge as you're climbing, sheer grasping for the edge and sheer panic. Like, I'm holding on, like your fingers are slipping. You're like, please, you got 2 fingers left. And you're like, just holding on. And then something happens and you suddenly get a burst of strength and you're able to climb up to the rest of the way and you see it from a higher perspective. But you got to go through that struggle. The struggle is the breakthrough, right? And that's why I love this quote, this line, because this verse, like, whatever, guys, whatever. It technically is a quote, right? Because it comes from another book. Anyways, right? It is much, like, there's a lot that's going to happen, but that's because we're in such a low vibrational energy as a world. And ignorance is bliss. When you don't know, you don't care. But see, as you seek, you begin to understand and know things, and that's when suddenly things become clear. You care. You do care. You care about you and your betterment. And I'm sure, as always, we all care about everyone else's betterment. But we understand as we go that we can't grasp at the wind and try to bring them along with us. We can blow, but it's up to them to go stand out in the air, to breathe it in. That's not up to us. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. The same thing. The same thing. For he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. Why? Because it makes you let go of the things that aren't serving you. He who increases knowledge increases sorrow, because now your family, your friends, your loved ones, your husband, your wife, your significant other, whatever, guys, maybe they're just not on the same vibration as you. And if you're the one that's growing and you're the only one in your circle that has chosen to grow, it increases your sorrow, because all we want as a light worker, a star seed, whatever you are, a healer, it doesn't matter. If you guys are on the spiritual soul journey, if you're a soul being here to increase soul awareness, all you want is for others to see their soul the way that you now see your soul. And that's sorrowful, because as you learn, you have to trip up over trying to grab everybody's shirt, arm, leg, shoe, this, that, and the other. Come with me, shoot. You're even grabbing people by the hair. Come on. And they're stubborn as hell. Like, not today. Not today. I know. I did it, dude. I did it. I did it, y'all. I did it. I did. I tried it with family members, just time and time again, just trying to make them see things from a bigger perspective. And all I would get was hurt, because it'd be like, oh, I don't see it that way. No, I think that's crazy. You're ridiculous. I don't know why you see things like that. Well, how do you see it? I don't know, but I don't see it like that. Okay, cool. Okay. After getting hurt so much, the sorrow, finally what happens is Source elevates you to a higher level. Right? It's your soul comes in and says, all right, we've suffered enough from this, so we're either going to see it from the eyes of love, or we're going to be bittered by it. And people choose either way. They do. Like, it's not guaranteed that you're going to grow. I think everybody grows to some extent, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to have a huge exponential growth on this lifetime. It's not a guarantee. It's up to you. And I think that scares people, because that means that they have more control in their lives than they care to admit. Not over circumstances, over self, right? So I feel like this is just a very important part of life to bring up. Just understanding the more you grow and the more you know, the mo you know. Y'all ever seen that show? It's the mo you know. Anyways, yes, I'm one of those dorks. I've seen that. I like it. It's cute. Anyways, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the higher you vibrate. And the higher you vibrate, chances are lower vibrational beings are going to vibrate out of your energy, because they don't, that's a strain. You know, it's like a lot of tension right there. Them trying to pull you back down. You're bright and shining and so strong, and you're trying to pull them up. And by golly, you are holding on, and they just become an anchor. And there's nothing they can do to pull you back down. And when you let go, so what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I applied my mind to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is but striving after the wind. For in much wisdom is much vexation. For he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. Ecclesiastes 1, 17, 18. I believe that's 1. It's an I, so, you know, that's cool. I believe it's 1, though, because a capital I is 1. Anyways, guys, it doesn't matter. So, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this helps. This was such a neat video. I'm actually really excited to do this. This is a lot different than some of my other ones. And yet they're all very similar as well. I just appreciate you guys. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.